All right, guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Critical Thinking Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle, along with my co-host,
Rick,
Sean,
and me.
That would be Miguel, the lawnmower man we let in here every once in a while.
Better than the gay you had in here in your dreams.
Hey, he was pretty hot. No,
What's it, Rick 2?
Rick 2. Rick, I didn't know you had abs. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Anyways.
No, I'm talking about Gorgeous Rick. Remember that
Dude.
guy?
Oh, no.
Pretty Rick.
Oh.
Pretty
Why
Rick.
are you thinking about him? Maybe I...
Hey, man, Pretty Rick was a cool-looking mother... I ain't gonna
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Critical Thinking Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle, along with my co-host,
Rick the Rizzo, and our other co-host,
Sean,
And the other Mexican in the room, Miguel G.
and this is a critical look at all things gaming, movies, collectibles, and so much more.
Dr. Scoteris is in the house.
Dr. Scoteris says go fuck yourself.
God damn. I'm so tired.
He's been so long. He's been gone so long. He doesn't know how to do it
so
anymore.
you've been gone for so long. So how was work today, Kyle?
Oh, let me start off with... That's how work was. Why? Because I'm fucking tired. Wait, why is this chair on the way on the ground?
Hey, man, while you're doing your little oil changes, Rick and me were doing oil changes too. We got,
Your booty hole? That doesn't sound right at all. I had a gay dream about you two guys.
Whoa.
Wait.
whoa,
Yo, we family, but we ain't that close. Rick's not my type. You are.
Hey, man, you like that pale skin? Wait a minute. Wait a second. Shut the fuck
So
up.
tell me.
Hey,
I was going to call you Sean.
hey, do I look pale white to you?
So how many of you guys in this room think that Kyle has hugged his employees inappropriately? Raise your hands. How many mufflers has he touched inappropriately?
No.
that I'll believe.
How would they admit it?
I don't know. How many,
Have
how
you-
many mufflers have you touched?
Inappropriately.
I touched your mom's muff.
Whoa.
Or like, it was like, how many employees have Kyle touched inappropriately? I was like,
This
would they
isn't
admit it?
ExxonMobil.
Well, there's Rico, there's Tyrone, there's Jesse.
Hey, stop naming off your gay lovers.
Hey.
Anyways, welcome to another exciting episode. I'm back in the saddle again, as they would say. Miguel's trying to saddle up on some dudes, and we're gonna have
What?
yeah, we're gonna get right into it for you guys and get right into the box office numbers for November 17th
Brought to
through
you
the
by
19th. Brought to you by. Come on, man, give me a credit where credit
I'm
is due. I
sorry.
can say it. This motherfucker over here throwing shit in. Brought to you by your mom's anus.
What the fuck?
Good as it gets and good as it ever was.
Located on 4th Street, Rosenberg, Texas.
He keeps it all
He actually says, edit that out.
Anyways, brought to you by Uncanny Comics, where all your comics needs, and apparently people try to break in drunk trying to get comics. I saw that video. I know what's up. Anyways, so our awesome sponsor has to deal with this kind of shit. I'm sorry. Anyways, number one in the box office is Justice League with a weekend gross of $94 million. A total budget of, somebody look up them budget numbers for me, in its first week. I heard this did pretty shitty, considering, looked pretty good to me, because I'm sure $93 million is nothing to laugh at.
Yeah, it was the lowest out of all the DC movies for some reason.
Marvel.
As far as the box office?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, Justice, wait a minute.
Justice League was the lowest.
DC, you're right.
for the
I don't know, I'm
DCs,
tripping over here.
Well, that's got to be, like you said, Marvel. I mean, it's got to just be the fact that it came right on the heels of Thor. Whoever was going to be spending their money this early in the month.
Yeah, but
already
you know
spent it.
what? You're absolutely right. Think about it. How many, besides Wonder Woman, DC have hit the nail on the head, and you walked out of there going like, I'm glad I blew my $15 on that seat. Like none. Like none. They're all kind of. So Wonder Woman was one of those flop. Like I call it the opposite of a flop. Like it was a great movie.
Fluke.
Right, it was a fluke. Perfect. And so yeah, it did great. This movie, I don't know. I hear mixed reviews. Don't say shit because I ain't seen it yet.
We'll throw our review in without Kyle.
The budget was $300 million, bro.
Oh my God, they're fucked. Anyway, It's all for Gal Gadot.
So now Ben
Gadot, whatever.
Affleck isn't going to be Batman anymore. That's what that's saying right there.
Well, you got to look at the money went to like the reshoots and everything that Joss Whedon did. So that's where a lot of the money went to.
So think about it. So how shitty was the movie before? We had a reshoot.
Probably pretty shitty.
And it only made this much money?
And then also think about it. Remember, WB cut out so much of it, they wanted less than 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
It would have been horrible if it was
probably a
less than
recipe for disaster already. I'll be totally honest. So, anyways, number 2 was Wonder, which my wife saw with our kids. She said it was really good. It made $27 million out of a budget of who the fuck knows. Apparently, they're not stepping up their game on this website.
Because Justice League stole the woman out of it, apparently.
Clever. It took me a second to figure out what the hell you were talking about. Clever. Justice League, Wonder Woman.
Dude, that's the movie about the kid with the messed up face.
So?
Show some love, some respect to that poor bastard.
Okay, Mr. Meh.
Yeah, wait a minute.
No, it's not me. It's not me.
Anyways. So you can't even think.
Yeah, I don't even what? Anyways, number 3, Thor Ragnarok, coming in at $21 million, making a total so far of $247 million in the American box office, which blew away their budget of $180 million. So for all you Justice League kind of, I don't know, booty humpers that said Marvel, whatever. I hear a lot of smack talking about Thor. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I told you guys last time. So they can all suck it right there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kidding. Number 4, Daddy's Home 2.
Yes, I am.
This is your home?
Man, you've been living in a trash can. Anyways, making $14.4 million with a total gross of $50 million with a budget of $69 million. It did not do very good. So far, it's actually on week 2. It's not. I think it'll crest past its budget, but I don't think it did very good. And number 5, which I got to watch, Murder on the Orient Express, made a $13.8 million. Total gross is $51 million out of a budget of $55 million. I'm a little disappointed in their numbers. I thought it was a very good movie. I just think it came up against too much shit.
You want to give us a review?
Yeah, I can give you guys a quick review.
No, I want to see that movie.
Okay, that's fine.
You know,
So
again,
in it, Miguel is a gay rapist who.
What?
I'm sorry. My bad.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for the box office numbers. Do y'all have any honorable mentions y'all want to talk about in there?
And
I mean, looked like Blade Runner 2 has taken a serious hit to its. It bombed. It not bombed. That's a horrible. It fell really short. It's at 90 million
died.
and only made 150 out of 150 million.
Geostorm bombed.
Yes,
I could see that coming.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
no.
so clearly coming.
What was the other one that they said was gonna bomb? There was another one that they were like, "Man, this movie's gonna suck."
Jigsaw?
I don't know. I'm surprised
Scroll
about
down.
A Bad Mom's Christmas though. They're hanging at 7. They actually
Yeah,
made
but a
some
lot
money?
of you know what's messed up though. My wife tried to see Bad Moms and a couple of her friends. She said it was so bad they walked out.
Wow.
It was way too raunchy. Women just really aren't into that stuff. It's more like a guy thing. So I think they tried to play it. There's a level of that. Like that. Remember that movie we saw with the black ladies that had the party and it showed like them joke. That's a border. It's still raunch, but it borderlines.
It's a different
on
kind of
their
raunch.
version of raunchy. Where this one took it to like a whole new level. She said she basically was like, this movie's crap, and they walked out.
Wow.
So again, it made good money, but I think it made good money because guys go for other reasons, not because of women.
Guys went to see Mila Kunis.
Yeah, basically. And I don't
oh.
understand why. I'm not really that big of a fan of hers as far as an actress is concerned. So
Again, keep in mind these budget numbers that you're projecting all American money. I'm about to give you the top 10. Are you ready for it?
Ooh, worldwide.
Worldwide. At number 10, It. $687 million. Good Lord. Number 9.
oh shit, good lord, I gotta get an A, man.
Whore Ragnarok at number 9, holding strong at $739 million.
Damn, it's doing better than Thor.
At number 8, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales, still holding number 8 at $794. We still think it's going to lose out to Thor. Wonder Woman at 7 at $821 million. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 6 at $863 million. Wolf Warrior 2.
Is this the 10 over the whole year, or is this right now worldwide?
As of right now, worldwide.
Okay.
Wolf Warrior 2, $870 million is number 5. We never.
Wolf Warrior.
Yeah, it's that.
Still need to see that,
It's a
man.
Japanese movie, actually.
Was it Japanese? I thought it was Chinese.
Chinese or Japanese, one of those.
Is it Chinese or Japanese?
There's a big difference.
Yes, right. One eye looks like more than the other.
Some of our listeners may want to see this movie. Some of them may say no, they don't like it in Chinese.
So it's either the Triads or the Yakuza.
We just know it was a really good trailer that we saw of it.
I know you racist bastards is all I know. At number 4, Spider-Man Homecoming, $880 million.
I saw that. It wasn't all that in a bag of chips. I was really kind of disappointed in Spider-Man Homecoming.
At number 3, Despicable Me, $1 billion.
$1 billion.
At number 2, Fate of the Furious, $1.239 billion. And holding number 1, Beauty and the Beast at $1.263 billion.
I don't know. My kids hated that movie. And they're girls. They were like, it wasn't like the cartoon.
But not all the kids have seen like the classic Disney cartoons. A lot of parents, I'm just saying, have done a bad job.
You know what? I'm
You're a
so
bad
glad you
father.
added that in. I really am. Because you're a horrible parent if you don't let your kids watch Disney. I'm kidding. That makes me sound
Yeah,
like
because I want him to see The Lion King and he falls down on the grass and sex fills in the words.
I remember seeing, not the Lion King part, but seeing some inappropriate things in there as a kid, but you don't think about them that way.
No.
I mean, shit, you just don't. Your brain, the hormones haven't kicked in, so you just don't think that way. No. And anyways, we're not getting into that. All right, so.
Conspiracy theory.
How's everybody's week going so far? Think about it. This is technically our almost Thanksgiving special. Really?
This is a Thanksgiving special.
What a turkey.
What the fuck is that?
Is it
My
special?
version of a turkey.
You against the weight, bro.
It's a special turkey.
Yeah, right. Shoot him. I don't want to eat on your niblets.
What do you plan on doing for Thanksgiving, Miguel, besides sucking dick?
Oh, what? Man, he comes back and he attacks me.
Hey, you started it, man.
I'm the peaceful guy. I'm the
Oh.
man of the people. I'm the reverend.
And I'm waiting for the lightning.
I don't say that too loud. I'm going to scoot over here.
Scooch. No, man, I'm probably going to have, Thanksgiving dinner with the family, see my grandson, see my nephew, and, and go to football game. The boys still in the playoffs, so I'll be heading out 3-hour drive to the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Gotta love that shit. And then hopefully they win, because you make the 3-hour drive and you lose, you're pissed off coming home. 3 hours to get there, coming home mad, 1 hour. Road race.
Cool. Sean?
Well, I got to, as far as what I'm doing Thanksgiving, I have no idea. I always leave that planning to everybody else. I'm going to eat a bunch of shit and probably pass out early in the day. That's probably what I'm going to do with Thanksgiving.
So you're
Well,
a
if
shit eater now.
Yeah, if you eat shit, you are going to pass out.
Okay, yeah. Probably, you get diphtheria, you get sick.
Is that with or without nuts? Any corn in there?
Wow.
Sean in
Okay.
one cup?
Oh.
Sean wouldn't go, oh.
Okay, get out all the cheap shots right now while you can. No, but other than that, I mean, this week I had a lot of fun. I got to see all this new stuff that came out on Netflix. Like, dang, it all came out like
Hey,
in
when does
November.
Bright come out?
In December 15th.
Well, hurry up and make that happen, Sean. Fuck it. Take too damn long.
You're gonna see me on the news with a freaking ski mask on, like, get the damn episode out on Netflix. Get me the fucking episode.
Hey, speaking of, they added extra episodes for Voltron. I haven't got to finish it.
Yeah, I
yet.
finished that already.
Are we talking fourth season or fifth season?
Third.
Fuck, I ain't finished with the first one.
Yeah, I know.
I think they came out the fourth season, didn't they?
Yeah, it's actually a 4 season.
Is it short? 4 season?
It's
think
about
so.
six episodes in.
Yeah, I
looks
think
short from
my
here.
sister was telling me that it's almost like just a part 2 to the last season because they were so short.
Right. And then I'm waiting for the Troll Hunter.
Yeah, that comes out in December also.
Really?
I think either the 11th or maybe the 15th.
I'm really looking forward to Troll Hunter. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going with yours.
I just want Stranger Things, the 3rd season.
Really?
Dude, it's going to be a year. It's going to be a year, man.
Season 3, bro.
Let
Season
the record
3.
show.
We shouldn't even be
record
talking
show showing
about
up
this.
4 fingers.
Yeah. Like a record show that the judge is holding up. What is it? That the attorney's holding up 4 fingers.
Your Honor.
Your Honor, please.
Oh.
All right. Cool.
So anyway, Rick, how was your week?
Or what do you plan on doing?
My Thanksgiving, just spending it with the family and then getting my boxing gloves on and going to try to make these Black Friday sales.
You gonna punch some black people?
Why you make it a racist thing when it's a Black Friday sale?
You can put boxing gloves on.
Yeah, because you got to fight these people. Ask Kyle. He's been to him when there were a whole bunch of people there. He had to fight people for a crock pot.
When
Fight which people?
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Sean. We here at Critical Thinking are known as a multicultural, love everybody type atmosphere.
At this point, it's just shopping, fool. It gives,
Give me that goddamn PlayStation.
Yeah, no, and I don't even know what I want this year. As far as I haven't really got to look at a lot of the sales, so I really have no plans. We've already celebrated our Thanksgiving, so
Really?
yeah, we celebrated last Saturday.
While we went about it.
What? No, because nobody wants your ass there.
We family.
That's why I didn't invite you.
Well, shit, there you go.
Okay. I mean, real talk. Anyways, my mom threw a big shindig. It was a lot of fun. So this Thursday, I think I'm going to just relax, finally sleep in. Been pretty tired of moving around everywhere. And then as far as, the Black Friday stuff, I don't know. I just didn't look at the ads and go, man, I really fucking need that. Like, no, I really have a lot of the things that I want. Would I like a bigger TV in here? I like this stuff. Sure. But I also got to think about Christmas presents and stuff. And one thing is I want really, honestly, as really as weird as it sounds, is a crock pot. Both our crock pots broke. And I love crockpot food. So.
I'm on the same note. I want a juicer for Christmas. That's what I want. I've seen they go down to $50 now, like Hamilton Beach and crap. So it's like it used to be like $200. You know this, like even like 5 years ago.
it's like, yo, Sean, you work out though. You all being strong. You can squeeze the shit out of everything and make your own.
You're already
Not by the time I'm done with the gym.
Well, he jerks off a lot, so
He's already a juicer.
What? Oh,
What the fuck?
Oh man. Anyways,
I didn't mean that kind of. You nasty mother.
Anyways.
I'm talking like
No,
you're doing the
first of all,
roids.
that's not even what I meant. So now I know what you meant. So now I'm really fucking up over here.
You don't want one in a crock pot.
I didn't say crackpot like you. I said crock pot.
I got 6. You want one?
No, he wants a crock of pot. Is what he wants.
Thank you very much. Let's get that shit
Hey, this
right.
ain't Colorado. Anyway, so yeah, there's nothing really, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, Thanksgiving is just another. Well, the Black Friday thing is kind of taking it over. So I'm grateful we got to celebrate it. I'm glad that we're going to be off for the next couple days, but I'm really not. I already have people trying to schedule me for working on their cars on Black Friday.
And that's much
Are you
bullshit.
serious?
Yeah, like I'm dead serious. So that's just the way it is.
Is there plan B? It's like it's going to be zombie invasion at Black Friday. You guys didn't get the memo?
No.
They got to have all their cars like ready to get out of the city.
I hope not. Well, at least they'll be dead in the mall. I'll be find the Ferrari in the parking lot. No, I mean, like I said, my week is just work. People's cars are always breaking down, and that's how I got to fix them. Whatever it is. But as far as everything else, I'm trying to figure out what movies I want to go see. I think we hit the nail on the head though earlier. Y'all are not privy to this, but we had talked about with my wife going to see Star Wars, with my $5 whatever movie pass thing or whatever. So definitely something to look into as far as like this coming December. Let's say, some movies and stuff. But I'm really, honestly, to be fair, I'm not, fuck Turkey Day. I'm really looking forward to, Christmas this year. Just spending some time with my family. And I think that's what I'm looking forward to. But hell, just some time fucking off, man. Like for real. I mean, I might have to like turn my phone off or blow it in, just blow it up.
Pull the shades down. Hook the computer to the big screen. Watch some porn. I got you, bro.
It's a lot of Freudian slips here.
This guy's over here talking about Thor Ragnarok and shit. Now we know what he's doing for Thanksgiving. Shit. Anyways, so.
Roughing that turkey up.
It's like, shit,
I ain't get shit for Christmas.
Well, he can hook you up with some shit. Talking about shit eater over here. Shit. Anyways, so yeah, I hear you guys are about to head off into some trailer talk. Is that y'all's next episode?
We'll jump into trailer talk in a bit.
All right, cool.
Maybe do a review.
But no, y'all are doing a review of Justice League. Fuck all you guys. And just for the record, guys, I'd like to be here in for this, but I actually want to see this movie. I know that they're going to tell me it's going to, but because I already got one person try to ruin it for, shut the fuck. I got, don't you,
I wasn't going to say nothing about the movie. I was going to merely say that Damien played an important part in this movie, and you just missed, oh, my bad.
Anyways.
Honestly, you're going to enjoy the movie.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I'm going to love it, though. Not like I did or laugh and stuff. So, someone kind of ruined it for me already. That's why I don't want to be here for the review. What the hell is a review? Man, that's how tired I am, for real, But,
well, you're trying to start a
revolution?
No, you're trying to start
Revolution?
No. You're trying to start a review, but nobody came.
I love how you guys get vicariously
Trying to
drunk.
do your rock guy from Thor. I tried to start a revolution, but
Man, that'd be a funny ass voice. You know who I thought did that voice, and then it turns out he didn't do the voice. Somebody else did that voice. I guess it was the director.
Yeah, the director did the voice.
But it sounds exactly like the guy from Yes Man, his boss, the original boss from Yes Man. Hi. He says, so, hey, how's it going? And he does the whole false motto, and he just like that voice. I thought it was him.
Yeah,
I thought it was that guy.
No.
And it should have been. So now that I know it's not, fuck that director. I was so convinced it was that guy. And I don't know his name. Y'all want to look it up to our reviewers and let me know who his name was.
Bill Cosby.
Hello, pudding pops. Sucking on fucking little. Wait a minute. Anyways,
Too soon.
no, I don't even. You know what? I don't know. Anyways, it was allegations. Anyway. So, all right, you guys, y'all go on to y'all's thing. I'm gonna go get some food.
All right. Would you like to give us a moment of silence for Della Reese? She passed. Pinky toe. She lost my pinky toe. She died.
From Harlem Nights.
Oh.
Black lady.
I'm gonna get a moment of silence for one of our fallen sisters.
Charles Manson.
What the fuck?
He died too.
Fuck that guy. A lot of people died. The guy who did the voice of Thundercats, the Lino.
Yeah.
He passed away too.
So did the funny thing, Bill Cosby's dad in the show. He passed away.
Yeah, that's the one we're talking about. He did Panther.
Oh, I didn't know he did Panther. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Not cool that he did, but cool. He was in Thundercats. Oh.
This is the most awkward moment of silence.
Yeah,
I've ever heard.
Anyways, for once, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, moment of silence. Damn, son, I gotta set all the rules around here. Shit.
I had a dream
that one day Miguel will stop making inappropriate jokes. He shall leave it upon us to carry about his message that he shall no longer be a nasty fuck.
I've been to the top of the mountain.
Alrighty, let's go into trailer talk, gentlemen.
Sounds good.
Sweet.
You forgot the sweet. All right.
Dramatic pause.
Dramatic pause.
For effect.
It's like,
In
no
a
new
land,
sounds?
in a land time forgot.
Trailer talk. Who's going to sponsor our trailer talk? This is brought to you by. Hey, let's do partner.
I got one for you. Hang on. He, speaking of that, and you can leave this in, you can cut it out. There's another guy that wants to come on our show. He is at My BDSM Supply.
What?
We want you to have great quality toys at an unheard of price.
What?
Why? We are part of the BDSM lifestyle ourselves and understand the money of toys in 2017 is insane. Trailer Talk brought to you by My BDSM Supply.
Oh my God.
He'll like that. He'll like that we gave him a shout out.
All right.
So Rick, what you want? The mask with the zipper, or you want the ball gag? I want the chaps.
I want the whip.
No, you're getting the chapless ass.
You want the assless chaps? Huh?
assless chaps. That's it. I want the thing that says "Daddy."
I just want, I want the camera. I'll just.
What the hell?
I'll be the camera guy.
You want that gold chain that says "Who's your daddy?" Huh?
That's right, because I'm the daddy. Daddy's home.
It's like, all right. The first trailer we saw was called Game Night. This one with Jason Bateman and
Oh, that's Rachel McAdams.
yeah, Rachel McAdams. This is basically like, they go to a friend's house playing game night, and this time they try to do a murder mystery kind of a game thing, and ends up being real.
Well, you don't know what's real, what's not,
Yeah, we don't know.
because the guy playing is the coach from Friday Night Lights. I don't remember his name. He's like, "This is real. Help me!" But you don't know. They're like, "Yeah, just try some of this cheese."
Well, actually, I think that's the part that's real. He did get kidnapped, but everything else they thought it was just it's all play. So it looks pretty funny.
I mean,
It does look funny.
At one point, would you guys like doing that? I mean, let's play this murder mystery game, and then you don't really know if it's real or not. It'd be like,
No.
dude,
Like I don't like any of that kind of stuff where it gets out of control, where wild parties, for instance. Like, I don't want to do that because you don't know when somebody's going to die from overdosing on something they shouldn't be taking. Or
what kind of fucking parties are you throwing?
that's the day and age we live in. Like, there will be things there that people illegally shouldn't be participating in.
This boy has some fun.
Somebody's going to get, over the edge and, maybe get in a fight because they're an angry drunk or whatever. Then it's not fun anymore when the cops show up. And So, to me, I don't like this stuff where it's out of control.
Hey, Rick. You like to party? I ain't going to one of Sean's parties. That's kind of scary. Rick wants some liquor.
I just told you that's what I don't like. Why do you think that my party's going to have that?
What do you think of the trailer, though, Mike?
I thought it was kind of interesting, but it did seem like it was cheesing off some other stuff. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it because some of the actors they have in there I don't really like. I don't even know who the hell they are. Only people I know is Jason Bateman and Rick just had like, holy shit, that's a lot of alcohol.
I gotta work tomorrow.
It's okay. You want Monster?
Yeah.
My God, man, he's got a podcast.
It's okay. We're diluting it.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to make a lot of money. I don't think it's going to be movies. It looks like it could be fun. Wow.
It's the happy roll.
On the rocks.
On the rocks.
I just don't know if I'm going to see it. I don't, it didn't intrigue me enough. I thought it was kind of funny, but it just...
I would watch it on Redbox.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We probably saw all the funny parts.
That's one thing I'm afraid of. Is that we did see all the funny parts.
The messed up part is Jason Bateman is a funny guy. I just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that is the thing that kind of like... there's moments in it that are gold, but then it's like, are those the only golden moments? Like, I don't know, it's...
Do I need a rainfall this bitch?
So, I agree that it's not something I would gamble my money on in the theaters. I wish it was going to be really funny.
What are you shaking your head for?
You got to drive him.
Driving home.
And besides, you're trying to lose weight. That's actually the worst thing in the world for losing weight right there.
It says, I can't read this shit. No
And you didn't even
calories.
drink anything yet.
Says your ability to drive a car or operate machinery may cause that problem. What the hell, man?
I would love to share with you, but you're trying to lose weight. This isn't going to help.
You act like I'm like the oldest in this room, so I can handle my alcohol.
I'm sure you can, but it's your body, man. You're trying to lose weight. I'm trying to not
He's
sabotage you
cleaning
here.
the temple.
Don't touch my temples. So you giving it a red box?
Yeah, I would see it Redbox, or if it happened to come out on Netflix, I would see it just to see it. I really hope, because there's really funny moments in it. I really hope that there's more funny moments throughout the whole movie, aside from just a trailer, because it looks like it'd be really funny. I'm very, like they're kind of doing more of the same thing they've been doing lately with the horror comedy, so that kind of, again, is like warning sign, red flag to me, but I'm crossing my fingers, hoping it's going to be like fun to watch at night on Netflix or something.
So you hope you pick it up. It's one of those. You hope, oh God, it's good, or it'll be okay, but you won't feel so bad that you spend $1 on it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, and then you just brought that right up, just like, oh, the funny parts are all there. And I'm afraid that might have happened.
Granted, we said Casino Night with Will Ferrell. Whatchamacallit, the funny parts were all there, but no, there was some more funny parts in that movie. I actually enjoyed that movie. Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler.
I haven't seen that one yet, so I'm going to have to check that
But
one
it could have been better.
It could have been better?
Yeah, it's definitely a red box movie. So that's what I think about this one, too.
Okay. All right. The next one we saw was called The Post. This is the one about the Washington Post. They had gotten some information about, I guess it's Watergate?
I'm not a crook.
And they were telling them not to post it.
Yeah, they were threatening the lady who runs the Post that if you post this shit, you're going to lose your company.
Yeah.
But, and we were going to dog it and say, no one wants to see this political stupid shit because this shit's been going on for years. It's just, he's the first one to get caught doing it, dumbass. But Tom Hanks makes shit like you want to see it. Yeah. Like, I'm like, damn, Tom Hanks even has brown hair, bro. Notice how you like, whoa, it's a young Tom Hanks. I hate political movies. First, I'm going to put that out there. But he made me want to see it for some reason. But again, it's going to be a red box for me. It's like, okay, I'm kind of interested in what actually happened, but who knows from whose perspective are we seeing this from? It's kind of like watching Oliver Stone do a JFK. So, you don't know who's producing it and how they actually feel. I mean, they could be a totally Nixon basher, and this could be like, ripping him up more than what he is. So they could be a sympathizer. And so you're like building up like he was set up. So, deep throat guy, whatever. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how to feel it. I don't know how to take it. So I'd probably wait to see it on Netflix, but I don't know. I'm going to have to be really up for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, even got Meryl Streep playing.
That's the thing.
The cast is so like charismatic that it magnetizes you and makes you want to see it. The story itself, like, I'm sick of the story itself. I'm sick of the Watergate stuff and the fact that it was a sort of duplicitous thing. If you really are looking at American history and politics, it was more of the same, of the kind of political shit that they've been doing for decades, for scores of years. So it's like, he was just the guy that finally got caught. Now, the lady who was in charge of that, of the Washington Post, that was a heroic thing. She was risking a lot on exposing that thing. But there was a bigger story. There was more to be said, and she didn't get on that. So it's like, the political side of it, like, to me, it was disappointing. They should have done an expose on both parties in the first place.
Now, I'm going to argue with you there on that just real quick. I wouldn't go as far as say heroic. I say maybe the American thing to do.
Okay.
But when you say the word heroic, I'm thinking like a soldier in the battlefield or something like that. And that's just my thinking. I mean, I think the word heroic gets tossed around a lot. Obviously, we got Man of the Year. I don't know if we really want to go into this, but the Man of the Year guy, he takes a knee. Oh, he's heroic. He's standing up. No, he's not. He's protesting whatever the hell he's trying. It's not heroic, dude. Heroic is a man pulling another man or a woman pulling a guy who just got his leg blown off by an IED in the freaking middle of a war. That's heroic to me. Not, oh, I'm going to print this article. Okay, Lois Lane, thank you. But no, I know what you're trying to say, Sean. I'm not trying to bust your balls. It's just, to me, I think it was like, okay, that's the American public deserves to know.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's the right thing to do. It's a civic duty. Is that the right word?
Yeah, civic duty. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, more like along the lines than heroic. But that's
normally,
just my take.
Normally, I would be on exactly the same page. Just in her case, I know about the story. I know about the background. She was going against the entire establishment, against the entire system. Like, we're not just talking about her livelihood. Like, she could have turned up dead for
Okay,
for
in that case, then I'll say, okay, that was inspiring. And probably if you tell me they were going to whack her, then damn.
She could have wound up dead or in bankruptcy. She could have been wound up in like permanent legal trouble, basically. You know how things can be tied up in courts and with charges. So
oh yeah, we're talking conspiracy theory now but then again, like you were saying earlier about, and I don't mean to cut you off. Excuse me, I just wanted to interject this. I mean, you talked about Nixon, and this is a Nixon thing, but Jesus, come on, JFK. I mean, even as great as man as everybody thinks he was, he had the Marilyn Monroe thing. He had the tunnels, he had the alleged, the bootlegging father running with the not the cartel, but supposedly the gangsters from Chicago. Yeah. So everybody has a skeleton somewhere.
Washington, D.C. has its own culture, and they cover that culture. The Republicans actually cover for the Democrats, and the Democrats actually cover for the Republicans and the kinds of things they do.
You can't say that. You're going to get a shot. Here comes that cease and desist letter, but from the Congress.
Don't worry. As long as they're not listening on our smartphones, we're okay.
Dude, you're about to get called out by President Trump.
Nobody has Alexa downloaded, right? We're all right.
Alexa, are you a CIA spy?
Moving on before we do get shot.
Exactly.
All right, the next trailer we saw was Batman Gotham by Gaslight, which is coming out to Blu-ray. And oh my God, this looks really good. It goes back to the what year what era?
This is like Victorian era.
Victorian era, kind of with Jack the Ripper and everything. And ends up Jack the Ripper's in Gotham, and they blame Bruce Wayne, but he's coming back, as Batman.
Bruce Wayne. I mean,
and what do you think of it, Mike? Because I know it looked like you were.
I'm super intrigued. First of all, it's Batman from back in the day, way back in the day, and so he has the Batman. He's all dressed up like I don't know how to describe what the hell look like Sherlock
Holmes jacket.
Yeah, and his face isn't blacked out. I mean, you can see his eyes.
It's more like the kind of materials he would have at that time, what he would have accessible to him.
And so Batman isn't Batman yet, per se. He's not Bat God. Yeah. So he can still get beat up. And this guy, the Ripper, okay, first of all, back in the day, I did a paper on the Ripper. Fascinated by that. I don't know why, but it was fascinating to me. I'm not a killer myself, but I'm just saying. But it just intrigues me. I want to get it. I'm going to buy this movie.
Yeah.
It looks great to me. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see it.
I'm laughing. I like it too. What I was laughing about is like when they were showing the fight. Did you notice they were bringing up fisticuffs?
Yes. That's what makes it so cool because it's from back in the day.
But that's the thing is that fisticuffs was actually a science of fighting. And it actually worked pretty well. As much as we tend to be kind of like, oh yeah, that's how they used to do it. It actually worked. Like it was based on the idea of narrowing your profile. It was based on the situations where you didn't have a lot of like leg work as far as like pulling off kicks and stuff because you're on treacherous terrain. You're on a different kind of terrain. It worked very well actually for the time. A lot of modern boxing is based off of fisticuffs. That was the original platform. So as a martial art, because that's basically what it was actually pretty effective. But it does look like an interesting take altogether. And like that noir feel that you're talking about, that does kind of play into some of that Victorian era, like remake stuff. You do get that same kind of the grungy feeling and the gritty realism kind of feeling. And the fact that you get more of a high stakes feeling, like he could actually die, like something could actually kill him, you know, and that he's limited technologically wise. So he's going to have to use a different kind of intelligence. He can't just go to like the Bat computer and figure everything out. Like he's going to have to be
himself.
Yeah, he has to do it himself. So, you know, all of that, and then kind of a London-esque atmosphere. It creates a very rich atmosphere. So if it comes off the way the trailer seems to be showing, if there's enough actual like movie as far as lengthwise, so that we get that whole atmosphere and we get that whole feeling, we get to know this version of Batman well enough, it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun.
I'll put it this way. DC, and I've said this multiple times with Rick and me, we've had this conversation forever. DC, even though they're struggling right now with some of the movies in the movie theater, when it comes down to the cartoons, they nail it.
Oh yeah, every
Marvel
time.
can't seem to get it right on the cartoon end, but
they get it right.
DC kills it, man.
It's like Marvel gets it kind of right on the movies, but not in the cartoons. But DC nails the cartoons.
Yeah, DC, and actually, what you know is some of these movies that DC's had out, like War and all this stuff, it flows one with the other. Even though it's different, they all flow. And I've liked them from the beginning. So yeah, any Batman one, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm a bat freak.
All right, the next trailer we saw was called Sherlock Gnomes. This is actually a part 2 to Romeo and Juliet. And this is, I guess, the gnomes are being taken somewhere, and a gnome that looks like Sherlock Holmes is going to try to find them.
Yeah. So there was a lot of, at least in the trailer, there was a lot of, even the title, is very punny. A lot of puns. I don't have a problem with that, because I feel like there's been this like, excuse me for saying a pun. Like there's something wrong with puns. Like what the fuck? Like puns have been a part of like culture for hundreds of years, so why is it now a sin to use puns?
I know, like whore Ragnarok.
Yeah, exactly. Like I do like puns, but it feels like they maybe are using too many. But that could just be the trailer.
That's because you're a grown-ass man. If you take your kid sister or your nephew or your nieces to this, they'll love it. The nun in the nun in the mud, the gnome that jumps in the mud and turns it into a jacuzzi, which Rick called me. And what's funny is my kids would probably say the same shit. That's the kind of stuff that we're going to get. And the kids will laugh because, he's farting, but we'll get it quicker than they would. And then, of course, the thong dancing.
Thong dancing.
What the hell? But I like the fact, and again, this is another thing that I like, is Sherlock Holmes, even though it's Sherlock Gnome. I like the Sherlock Holmes kind of thing. I never saw the first one. I don't know that I would see this in the theater because I'd be kind of embarrassed. I'd probably catch it on the red box, but my wife would have to rent it. I would be too embarrassed to rent out the red box myself under my own name.
Yeah.
How would you be embarrassed? Nobody's going to know.
Red box would know, bruh.
I mean, that's almost what biases me against it, is the Sherlock thing, because I've read everything that Arthur Conan Doyle has ever written on Sherlock. So it's
take
like,
it as a joke then.
I mean, it would have to be a good joke for me. It would have to be really playing on what the character was like in ways that are, actually funny.
He had Watson?
Yeah, but it's more to it than that. I mean, that's the thing, is I'm kind of too much of a buff on it, so that it just really makes me like, I don't know, are they going to just totally like, dude, this is not even a good caricature trying to make fun of Sherlock Holmes. Mostly though, it's just the whole thing. The first movie was actually good. It was
Gotcha.
Funny. It was original. And
you're saying bad sequel.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be another one of those where they're just trying to play off of something that's already been done.
Gotcha.
And yeah.
Milk that money train. I got you.
Well, it's been a while since they milked the money train.
True.
That movie came out a while back. I didn't even think they were going to make a part 2, and then all of a sudden this showed up.
That might actually hurt it then.
Yeah, see, that could be a problem.
They should have struck the iron while it was hot. Is that right? Struck it while it was hot? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
All right, and the next trailer we saw was called Early Man. This is a claymation movie based like from the Wallet and Gromit people, it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, Aardman.
And it's basically, I guess they said the Early Man, I guess the caveman going into the, was it the Bronze Age?
The Stone Age tribe has been off the charts, and they've been, like uncharted territory, living off on their own. They're just a rabbit hunting tribe. And apparently these kind of Roman-looking-esque guys show up, which to me is weird because, like, the Romans were not Bronze Age. They were Iron Age.
Yeah.
But okay. So they show up and they take these guys and they start attacking them or whatever. Basically, they're like, okay, you're going to be in the Bronze Age now. And they're wanting to fight back and take back, this is our place, this is our, and then like playing soccer and all kinds of weird shit. But there's some interesting things about it. I'm kind of surprised that this would be an Aardman movie, like you don't think of the Wallace and Gromit creators when you think of this whole concept. So, there are things about it that remind me of something I've seen before. I'm trying to remember that. But.
I'm a big fan of claymation. I'm a really big fan of
me
it.
too.
But when I see this one, I'm like, I want to see it, but I don't think I'm going to see it in the movie theater. I'm probably going to wait to Redbox on this one.
Yeah. Oh, you know what it reminds me of? I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was the guy that he was like, he took care of an arcade and there was like this foosball table and like the foosball characters came to life or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name of the movie, but I know which one you're talking about.
But that was the feel that I kind of got from it somewhat. So I was like, like, I don't know, more of the same, only claymation. I got the same kind of, it might have just been the stadium thing, I don't know, but it gave me that similar vibe, and I was like, man, it doesn't seem original for Aardman.
Just give me more Wallace and Gromit, not these stupid asses, or give me some more Chicken Run. I don't want to see this.
We need a Logan version of Wallace and Gromit.
Nice. I don't want to see this movie. I'm not going to. I don't care if it's on Redbox or someone gives it to me free.
Yeah.
I felt insulted.
Because Mike is a caveman.
Thank you.
Why would you feel insulted?
Geico.
His Stone Age is so much more sophisticated than that.
At Geico Insurance, we're more smarter than a caveman. Remember those cavemen?
Old ass commercials. Yeah, they were funny though.
Those were good.
All right, the next trailer we saw was Hotel Transylvania 3. This is the third installment of the Hotel Transylvania series.
They should have stopped at 2.
They should have stopped at 1.
Yeah, you're probably right. What the hell's Adam Sandler thinking, man? He's just got every crappy movie he makes, whether it be kids or whatever, and there's like a lot of sad gags in this trailer. I think the more he does this, the more he damages himself. I mean, obviously, a lot of people already say his legacy's in the trash, but the more he keeps on doing stupid shit like this, the more people are just going to laugh at him. They're not going to take him seriously anymore.
I don't know if he actually wrote it or anything, but he's probably just placating off the character. So,
does he need a check?
Have you seen him in anything yet?
No, I haven't. But isn't he doing Netflix shit? Didn't he sign a 4-movie deal with them or some shit?
They're already been on.
Oh, well then.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then I don't know. Maybe it's time to make Grown Ups 3. I don't know. Shit. Well, maybe that's why he's doing it.
I wanted to see the Sandy Wexler. I still haven't seen that. I need to see that, by the way.
Yeah, that's on there though.
Hotel Transylvania 3 looks terrible, dude. It's just
they just go from the hotel to the cruise.
And he even made the joke. It's a hotel in the water.
Yeah,
I mean, who knows? But like Sean mentioned before, we know Mel Brooks is voicing the grandfather, which he did voice in the second one. If he put any input on it, maybe there might be a.
So we're gonna watch Blazing Saddles Transylvania. Mel Brooks, Men in Tight Transylvania. I don't know.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Hold your breath, brother. Nah, that's not happening.
Yeah, you're probably right, but he's in his second movie, so why would he do a second movie unless he's going to actually get a chance to make it a good movie?
Maybe he needs to check too.
Oh, you got a point there.
But you know what? Again, this may be a movie for little
economy.
kids who are like very young and would just get a kick out of little animation, stupid thing. No one really cares.
That's true. But, overall, I just kind of get the feeling from it like
anyone over 10 isn't going to watch this.
Yeah, they should have stopped with 1. 1 should have been an inspiration for new and different movies.
Or change the story. Do something else. Dracula dies.
Wow, that's dark.
Van Helsing shows up.
I don't know about that, but I'm not sure you'd want to do that to an icon that kids liked. Whoever saw it.
Come on, man. Pixar. Up. The whole first 10 minutes of that movie just damn.
But all of us that got used to Pixar back when they started with Toy Story and everything are old enough and mature enough to get Up and be okay with Up. But... like Hotel Transylvania is still relatively fresh.
So you don't want Van Helsing to run in and give him a stake through the heart?
No. And plus, I don't think it was epic enough, iconic enough for like pop culture for it to be turned into more serious genres or whatever. I just think that they should have taken the good elements from it, learned, and made a different movie and a different kind of movie. And instead, they're just milking the same zombie cow.
They didn't learn. Trash.
All right. And the last trailer we saw was called Bullet Head. This is with
Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas, John Malkovich, and Adrien Brody. Oh, he's a good actor. I love him.
Yeah. What?
As an actor.
Whoa.
Freudian slip.
Hey, Adrian, how you doing? Rick's got it for you.
He's a really good actor.
Dude, Adrien Brody is a damn good actor. You watched him in the first King Kong. You watched him in the Predators remake. And a bunch of other crap before that when he was serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a damn good actor.
He's really good. And this one is placating where him and John Malkovich, looks like they're robbing somebody, which happens, I believe, is Antonio Banderas, which has a mean, deadly-ass dog for a bodyguard.
But I tell you what, the way it was cut, first you think, okay, action film, we're robbing banks, we're going to hold up for the cops to go out, and all of a sudden, there's this creature in here killing things, and now you find out it's like kind of some rampaging dog beast. Like, and you think Banderas, I don't even know if this is supposed to be Banderas' animal, or maybe it's not his. Maybe it's going to turn into a freaking horror movie. I have no freaking clue.
Yeah.
Either way, it looks good.
Yeah.
It does.
You even cut into the ambience part where he was trying to hide from it on top of the piano.
Yeah, and then the sweat. That was like from, who was that?
What, Tom Cruise?
We had to catch the sweat ball. That was cool. And then Brody was like, played it off perfectly, like scared as shit. So, I don't know, man.
I think it's a brilliant trailer is what I think. I think as a trailer, it was really putting us in attention, like what genre is this? Action, horror, or thriller? And it's really, and it leaves us in that state of mystery. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's action, horror, or thriller. I don't know if it's an amalgamation of all three, equal parts of each. There's no way of being sure, but
everybody wants the money, including the dog. 3 different parties.
It does look a lot of fun. I do like the fact that it seems like it's going to be adrenaline pumping because these guys are going to be running away from the freaking dog the whole time. And then it looks like a role that is actually worthy for Antonio Banderas. It looks like he's really going to get to be the badass again.
Yeah, he's dark in this one.
Yeah. Which is what we needed to see, because he's a good actor, really. He needs to be getting a role that has that depth and that kind of sinister, like, haha, I'm coming after you now. And it's like he's getting it with this movie. So I feel like it's going to be probably a really fun movie. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be really enjoyable. I don't know if it's going to do well in the box office. It's probably not. So hopefully they're not too big in the budget.
If it doesn't come out when something big comes out, it could steal the box office that weekend. I mean, but you're right. It's probably going to be a bigger hit on Reynolds than it will in the theater. Unless the real Antonio Banderas fans come out. But there's no Oscar being won here.
Oh, no.
No, it's not going for that.
The Oscar goes to the dog.
It's just a really good action flick and actually with really good actors.
Now, this is only trailer 1. I can only imagine whatever happens down the road. We see more trailers.
And
we might oh shit, this movie's gonna be amazing. This movie's shit. That was a cat doing that shit.
I like the fact that it's like kind of embracing the B movie-ish action, and that's plus the horror-ish gritty feel, like the low budget movie kind of feel. I like the fact that it seems to be going that way on purpose instead of like trying to be like this top A notch. And I think that might be a part of what's going to make it really charming, really good, is that they're not trying to overdo what they really can't do on a smaller budget. And these actors will be best fit in this kind of grittier style. So it could turn out to be a cult hit. Could turn out to be really good. Who knows?
Yeah. All right, and that's it for our trailer talk, gentlemen.
All right. Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Mother. Excuse me, that's yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon. That's the dubbed version.
Mr. Falcon.
Before we go into our Justice League review that we have, I don't know if we want to make it spoilers or non-spoilers, but we'll just
see what happens.
Yeah, we'll just play it by ear. Kyle's not here for it because he doesn't want to know about it because he's going to watch it and he'll give his review a little bit later. I'll go ahead and give the news now, and then we'll do the review right after the news. I just got some actually breaking news right now.
Oh, breaking news? Hang on.
Let's go back to our childhood, Miguel.
Vietnam?
Not that far. Do you remember the Partridge Family? I actually never watched it.
Come on, let's get happy.
Just now, my news app just came up.
If you say a remake, I'm gonna throw this alcohol at you.
No, I said just came up. David Cassidy passed away.
Oh wow!
Wow,
he was 67.
Jesus, everybody's freaking dying.
Yep, it just that just showed he's David Cassidy, star of Partridge Family, passed away at 67.
That's still very young.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. Moment of silence for David Cassidy. All right. Next.
You gonna tell me somebody else died?
Nah. The creators of the Minions that made the Minion movie, they're making, and they're doing it,
Okay.
a Super Mario Brothers movie.
Interesting.
Okay.
By the Minions people. So it's going to be a cartoon.
It's probably going to be CG animation.
Yeah. You know
So it'll
what?
be better than that bullshit that we had before.
Oh, the freaking cartoon! Oh my god!
The live action movie.
Dude, don't hate on Koopa. Don't you hate on the Super Mario Brothers movie? Come on now, trust the fungus, Mario. Come on, man, it's John Leguizamo and freaking who was Koopa? Oh my god,
the late Dennis Hopper.
yeah, and don't forget, oh crap,
He's also passed away. Also, himself, the actor that played Mario.
I feel like if they redid that, it would be Megan Fox that would be the chick.
oh my god,
You know,
dude,
but
I love Super Mario Brothers. Come on, man,
that's a controversial movie. Like that's either it's so bad that it's good or it's just bad. You know, it depends on which 50% you fall in.
You know, now you mentioned it. What was the last damn time they ever played that movie on TV?
It's been a while, man.
I know it's been a long ass time,
I was just thinking of the cartoon though when you said that. The cartoon was horrible.
but I want to see this. I see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might be pretty good. It's like also, gentlemen, have y'all remember Galaxy Quest
Yeah,
But of course,
with Tim Allen?
never give up, never surrender.
I love it.
It's going to be a TV show that follows from the movie. After the movie, it's going to follow the movie.
Does it star Tim Allen?
I don't know. That's one thing I wonder.
He got blacklisted by the TV station, so
They need to put him on that show though.
But it's going to be on Amazon.
So is the guy from Monk going to be on it too?
he might be in it then. If Amazon's doing it, because they're, enough indie-like.
Yeah.
But you can't bring Sigourney Weaver back.
True.
I don't. She might be too big for it. I think it'd be amazing if they could get most of the cast back.
That would be. It really would
Because
be.
Galaxy Quest was a great movie.
And Guy.
Yeah, I seriously, that movie still cracks me up to this day.
I still watch it every time it comes on.
I know.
It was weird how it both had a feel of like obviously being comedy, but at the same time it had like the kind of dramatic like action feels like, yes, he did that. Like it's so weird how it could both emotionally compel you and at the same time make you laugh. Like that's so hard to do and very few ever do it right. Like it either has to be dramatic or be comedy, be making fun of drama or be drama with little tidbits of comedy that's kind of like, okay, that was corny, but whatever.
Yeah, Galaxy Quest is one of those movies that you said you called it perfectly. It's just every once in a while you'll get one of those movies that's just like perfect. And it's so whatever it is, it's like it's amazing, and you can't just like not watch it.
It's a dichotomy.
Yeah.
It like perfectly embodies like kind of both sides of genres that they're encompassing.
And it's not going to win some massive awards, but it's like a fanboy's favorite thing ever to watch.
Yeah.
It's that cult following, man. It's
It
like
deserves
Kurt
the cult
Russell, baby.
following. Yeah, all the way.
All right. And then also, well, we know next week on the Arrowverse and the Arrowverse, we have the crossover next week.
Huge crossover.
Huge crossover moment. But
DC versus Marvel.
No, not that kind of crossover.
No. Do you remember when we watched the trailer Black Lightning?
Yeah, I remember
It's
that.
actually going to premiere in January. On January 16th on Tuesday, it's going to come on after The Flash.
Okay.
Now, I know what you're thinking. It's coming on after The Flash, so what happened to Legends of Tomorrow? Legends of Tomorrow is being moved to a new night, but they're returning back in February.
Oh, okay.
So this is going to be between the mid-season, but Legends of Tomorrow is still there, but they're going to be on a new night and time. So they're actually bringing in Black Lightning in between there. So I don't know how it's going to look because we really didn't like the trailer that much, but who knows?
Maybe if they put Legends Tomorrow on Wednesday, it'd be great because there's really nothing I watch on Wednesdays.
Yeah, no, Wednesday is like a dead zone right now.
But Chicago Med's coming back, so it might be on Wednesday. But either way, Legends Tomorrow moving to Wednesday would be a good thing for it, I think. Legends Tomorrow is actually a really enjoyable show. Yeah. I really do like it.
And then also another comic book character, I don't know which.
Constantine?
No, you ever Multiple Man?
I remember him, but I don't remember much about him.
I don't know if he's Marvel or if it's an indie one, whatever. But James Franco is going to play Multi-Man on the big screen. I don't know in what movie.
I don't even know if they heard of this guy. I got to go look it up.
Yeah, like I can't remember if it was like Legion of Superheroes or what that I had heard of him before.
Yeah.
Well, keep yapping. I'm going to see if I can find on this, man.
Yeah, but that's what I have there. And then, like I said, well, I started thinking on this next bit of news, I was thinking I was okay with it, but then I started kind of, Miguel just stuck on one part. But then again, I'm like, we have to see him act in this part because, if Ben Affleck leaves, they're thinking about bringing in Jake Gyllenhaal to take his place.
Man.
And I'm like, I was okay with it, but then again, I'm okay,
stuck on the gay cowboy Montana thing.
That's what he was stuck with too.
Thank you very much. I don't need to be seeing Batman getting humped.
Like, fuck no, man. I don't want to see Batman wearing pink underwear or something.
Thank
Like,
you.
come on.
Exactly. Jake Gyllenhaal is not your Batman.
Y'all still stick to the one movie, and he's had other movies after that doesn't even have to do anything with gay shit.
But that he was even willing to do it.
Yeah, even if he wasn't probing Ledger or Ledger wasn't probing him, he's still in a fucking tent with... No! Cowboys are not gay. Okay? John fucking Wayne. You'd do it for Randolph Scott, wouldn't you? Randolph Scott.
Hey, at least, he got to do it with Anne Hathaway in the...
Yeah, but he preferred Heath Ledger. There's still a goddamn problem there.
I didn't prefer Heath Ledger. That was after Heath Ledger, so it was with women.
But no,
He was going both ways. Either way, he wanted the penis. No, Jake Gyllenhaal cannot be your new Batman.
In all seriousness, though, even just all that apart, all joking apart, just he doesn't. I mean, I know
He's not scary.
No, not at all. And I will admit that.
I mean, all the way back to Donnie Darko, where he played a dark person.
Still no, because he's just not a Bruce Wayne, and he's definitely not a Batman. He doesn't have the breadth to be.
I'm just waiting to see how it looks. I can't agree with it.
Anybody can put on a Batman hood, obviously. Val fucking Kilmer. But anyway, I'm just saying, Gyllenhaal can't pull off the Bruce Wayne.
Would you quit saying Gyllenhaal? That's all you're thinking. Obviously, we know where your mind is.
Finally, Maggie Gyllenhaal cannot pull off. Maggie Gyllenhaal could be a better Batman than her brother Jake. Okay, let me just go ahead. She's more of a man than he is.
God damn.
No, okay, you've upset me because fuck no. I'd rather have fucking Bruce Bald-Headed Willis being the next Batman. Because at least he looks like he can kick my ass. The goddamn furry kid head, fucking fuzzy head kid from Stranger Things would be a better Batman than Jake Gyllenhaal. Fucking piece of shit.
It's like, well, Jake, whoop your ass. He got buffed up in Southpaw, so he whoop your ass.
Let's just have Forrest Whitaker as Batman. Like, come on.
So now he's got a sloped eye? Fuck. Batman can't see from the left. No, hold up. That's just movie effects. You know what? You know who should be fucking Batman? I'll tell you who should be fucking Batman. You ready for this shit?
Give
America, you ready? Gerard fucking Butler. That should be fucking Batman. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. Fucking Gotham has fallen, motherfuckers. What do you think about that? He raised it back up.
Gotham is fallen. Oh! Make Gotham great again.
That's right. I'm just saying. Give me some guy that looks fucking dangerous. Jake Gyllenhaal has that Boy Scout face, man. He'd have to go do some serious crack and come back for me to believe he's some badass. I mean, I don't see it.
No.
Fucking Jeremy Irons could be a better Batman. He's like 95 years old. John Malkovich, fuck. James Franco could be a better Batman than that piece of shit.
Yeah,
and I don't like his acting skill.
No, the standard raised up for the actors that have been Batman, it kills it for him to. It's not his role.
Christian Bale's rolling over in his fucking grave right now.
Is he dead?
No, but he's going to be. Fucking Jake Gyllenhaal gets the goddamn job.
They did offer to Christian Bale before, but he denied it.
Dude, fucking Jack Nicholson was more of a tougher fucking Joker than this.
It's probably one of those like Bourne kind of things. Like he doesn't want to do a Batman movie if it's not Nolan. It's probably that sort of thing.
Just give it back to Michael fucking Keaton, okay?
Yeah, hell, do an older Batman like with Michael Keaton. That would be fucking amazing.
You saw The Vulture. He took that shit to a whole new level.
Shit, he would make the
don't
movie.
Get me wrong. I wouldn't mind Michael Keaton doing, but do you think he'd really do it?
As far as but he did the McDonald's movie thing, so I mean his standard's got to be kind of low right now. So
fuck it, man. The Rock, he's doing everything else. Fuck, make him Batman.
No, John Cena. John Cena as Bruce Wayne.
I don't need my Batman giving somebody the 5-knuckle shuffle and saying, "You can't see me," even though they can't. You can't see me.
What's this? The Rock gonna be playing two things? He's got to jump to Black Adam and then switch over to Batman in the same fucking movie.
Fucking Braun Strowman could be Batman.
Who is the dude that plays that's Kane in wrestling? Have him do it.
Oh, nice. But he plays.
Batman won't say a damn thing.
That's perfect. Better than Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, shit.
Now we got Silent Batman. That's actually
He's gonna get hit and everything and lie down like, oh, he dead.
That's kind of-
he's gonna sit up.
That's kind of more like his original character. I mean, he didn't talk much. He just did what needed to be done.
Anyways, you were saying what you found on Multiple Man?
Oh yeah, Multiple Man. He's actually a DC character.
Really?
Yeah, his alter ego is Duncan Pramble. He was part of the Injustice League, the Justice League of Challenge Haters and Suicide Squad. His alias is Mr. Voodoo. I don't know. Get that dick out your mouth. Body can become two-dimensional. Jake Gyllenhaal's in the room with Rick. Yay!
What?
You can be his Robin. Every time he dies, he is resurrected with a new superhuman ability.
Wow.
So, right now, the powers he has attained include telepathy, empathy for others' pain, superconductive skin, blood turns metal to acid, involuntary shrinking, reanimating dead tissue, and biopolarity. So, I don't know, but Franco's going to pull this off, huh?
It says Franco's going to play him. Do you think it's probably going to be for maybe another Suicide Squad movie?
That's what it sounds like to me, because I don't think they would do a flat-out villain movie. I don't think they're that brave yet. So they would probably do a anti-hero or at least hero, turned hero, Suicide Squad style movie. It'd be nice if they would do at least like flat-out anti-hero, and even more so than Deadpool, like more anti-hero than that. But, I mean, I doubt it. I don't think they're going to be that brave. It's probably going to be a bad guy turned hero because he has to kind of movie.
All right, gentlemen. Well, that's all of our news. So let's go ahead and jump into...
And fuck your Jake Gyllenhaal for Batman.
He's not standing up for him. I mean...
Dude was just choking on his...
Shit.
Let's go ahead and go to our Justice League review here. I don't know if you want to make it spoilers or not. If you do have to bring a spoiler, just mention it's spoilers. Spoilers!
There is a strong chance that there may be spoilers in the following reviews. So if you don't want to hear anything about Justice League, that might just ruin the whole movie. If you haven't seen it yet, it might be a good idea for you just to skip ahead or just pause the podcast and listen again later after you've seen the movie.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. Let's go with the big comic book person in here. Let's start off with Miguel.
This movie sucked ass. I'm just kidding.
Liar.
All right, let me start off with what people know. They changed a lot of things in the movie.
Yeah.
Compared to what's in the comic books. Spoilers. Superman is in the movie. Spoilers. Did you catch the mustache?
No.
He was filming.
I know they had to digitally remove it, so I was too busy watching the movie, and I didn't want to pay attention to where
You
they...
could still kinda see.
I was paying attention. I think they did a good job.
You could kind of see a shade in one part. Barely.
Really?
But you had to really...
I missed it.
But you had to know that he had a mustache beforehand.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen it.
I was even paying attention to that just to see how... I mean, I was being a dick. I was trying to see if they screwed up.
Now, unlike Rick, I missed a ton of the Easter eggs, but I actually thought the movie was very, very enjoyable. And I will always say this. Fuck whatever the critics say, whether they give it a high praise or they give it no praise. You need to see the movie on your own. You cannot go on what people say because those people are pretentious pricks and they're going to write up what they think is good and what they hate, they're going to dog. And, it's like the guy from The Chronicle. You could always tell whatever movie he rips on is probably going to be a great movie because he's Mr. Oh, this movie has no class. There's no blah, 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 blah. The storyline was terrible. Those kind of people, no. You got to see the movies for your own self. And go into this movie, turn your damn brain off. Forget everything you know about the comics and just enjoy the movie for what it is. Now, saying all that, the plot was not the greatest one. There was holes. I think they rushed a little bit. Why are they so scared to make a longer freaking movie? 2 hours is fine, but if they'd have taken this to 2 hours and 30 minutes or maybe even pushed it to the 3, probably would have made the movie a lot more.
It would have filled in a lot of the gaps.
Yeah, think about the Batman Superman movie. You watch the regular one and you're like, okay, this was good, it was all right, but then you're like, Then you watch the extended version from the DVD and you're like, holy fuck, this is a better movie than the one we saw. Why? Because they're afraid to make a longer goddamn movie. Fucking Kevin Costner made like 10 of those damn movies, 3 hours long, and those motherfuckers were boring.
But on their defense, that's WB pushing that.
That is true. I get it. I don't know how they're dropping the ball. How can you drop the ball with such iconic characters like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, and Aquaman?
That's what hurts me.
The interesting thing is, though, that Aquaman was actually pretty good. It wasn't the same Aquaman you're used to.
It's the 90s Aquaman, as I've been trying to tell you
This
guys.
is a different Aquaman, and he was actually cool. I actually felt like at times he stole the scenes.
This is the Justice League 90s cartoon Aquaman. That's who it is, and he was awesome.
And the interesting thing, the biggest thing for me was Aquaman was joking and ripping back and forth with Batman, kind of like what Green Lantern does with Batman, not Aquaman. And then Flash was totally...
fanboy.
Well, which he is. He's a big fanboy of Batman. But where's Green Lantern to rub it in his face? And Barry, you got something on your nose. That type of stuff. The movie was enjoyable. Don't get me wrong at all. Like I said, the plots, the holes is okay. The Amazons, that's fine. We get to see that again. Steppenwolf, overpowered, I thought. But fine. It was okay for who he was. The villain needed to be stronger. But I know where they were going. They didn't want to bring in Desaad. They didn't want to bring in Darkseid just yet. Or I can't even think of the other lady. Crap, you know who I'm talking about.
Granny Goodness.
Thank you. Yeah.
So that would have been scary as fuck if they did her.
But, there's so many places to go with this movie. They can take it a lot further. I didn't like the boombox technology, the way they did it.
Yeah.
The mother boxes, they joined together. What the fuck are you talking about?
That weirded me out, too, because it's like all the new gods have a mother box, at least all the ones from Apocalypse. So it's like, what?
The mother boxes in the comic they're basically boom tubes that bring them there. What they made these mother boxes is that they join them together to turn the planet into
the
apocalypse planet, so Darkseid can come.
But at the same time, it's excusable because it's a plot device to weave in Cyborg and some stuff like that. So it's a reinterpretation.
Well, that's the thing. The boombox does do that shit to Cyborg. That's how they wound up using the dad does actually use that stuff to make him who he is. And then eventually Cyborg does mold, he figures himself, he changes to what he is, which Rick loved, by the way. Yeah. He was fanboying there. But hang on, Rick, I know you want to talk about it. Let me see. Damn it, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, Steppenwolf, what? Hamida was turning the gates on him from Asgard for him? Because that's what it looked like. Except it wasn't colored.
Oh my God, you kind of got a point there.
But
wow.
Those are actually the boom tubes.
Yeah, exactly. But still, it's like, are we cheesing off of Marvel here?
Now, I'm wondering, though, is that what Cyborg's going to utilize maybe in the next Justice League for them to...
Yeah, but see, okay, your boom tubes, yes. I know what you're talking about, but that's Thor shit. Boom tubes doesn't go up like that. It opens up.
Yeah, I know. It's like a hole.
It's a hole. It's not a freaking fly into the air.
Yeah, I know, but they actually made it a tube. If you noticed it.
Yeah, but the tube is supposed to be horizontal, not vertical. What is that right? Yeah.
You're right.
Because I'm like, what? Okay, whatever. It's like, I'm going with it because I'm enjoying the movie.
Yeah.
Granted, we have a lot of Gal Gadot. Well, we don't have a lot of Gal Gadot, but we're still enough. I'm like, okay, so yeah.
You get the nice cheeks part in there, right?
What the hell is Gal Gadot wearing when she goes to meet Cyborg?
The red leather pants.
Yes. Okay, come on. I understand what you're trying to do with the sexism.
That's a Zack Snyder movie.
Wonder Woman doesn't do that.
But you know what kind of fucks that up, though, is the fact that she was pregnant while she was filming all this.
No, she was pregnant in Wonder Woman, not in this one.
What, really? Are you sure she wasn't pregnant in this one?
It was in Wonder Woman.
It was Wonder Woman.
Oh, I thought it was in this one.
But yeah, so I'm kind of like, well, she had to work off the belly. But, come on, man. Still hot as ever when she puts on her Wonder Woman gear. I don't give a damn who you are. That woman is still gorgeous. Okay.
Aquaman
and classy.
Agrees.
She's classy, too.
Aquaman agrees.
Yeah. Aquaman was a trip. Dude, when he's in the water and he's like, yeah, bat, I dig it. No, that was cool. Okay, first of all, the reason why I like Affleck as Batman is because of his freaking jaw, his freaking face. He has that jaw and that face and that feature that makes you look at this motherfucker kick your ass. If he had the only thing that would make him more badass if he had the Kurt Russell butt. That'd be amazing.
The dimple?
The dimple, yeah. The butt, extra butt. But that's my feel. Would I go see it again? Probably would. Pay matinee prices. But I just wish DC would just go for it all. I mean, and I know what they're afraid of, and I think they're hurting themselves still by not taking the movie a little bit longer. They need to really evaluate. I mean, come on. You're bringing Darkseid.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the ending trailer, the ending spoiler, you see Lex Luthor, and then you see a serious badass. You see Deathstroke. And I'm a big Manu Bennett guy, but this guy, I forgot what's his name.
Joe Magnolano.
Yeah. Dude looks vicious. And Deathstroke's a bad motherfucker. I'm just going to say that out right now. And if they do anything with the Deathstroke Batman fight like they did in the game, I'm going to wet myself in the theater. I'm just telling you. But Really? They're gonna jump to the Legion of Doom? Really? We're gonna like take hype away from Darkseid and talk about the Legion of Doom now?
One caveat though. That might not be leading to the next movie. That might be leading to the next movie after the next movie.
But does I'm trying to think. Does Marvel do that?
Why would they
do teasers to the next one? They don't go past they're not bypassing Thanos. They're not talking. Oh, we're going to talk about Kang now.
And see, that's the thing is they might be trying to be different from Marvel by showing that. Because I mean, I had my own problems with it too. Like it's like, why would Deathstroke be the first person that Luthor approaches? Like, hey, bitch, I got money. You want to join? Sure. Like that's what he's about. So what the fuck?
What I was telling Mike when I saw that part of the movie, I was thinking because Deathstroke, he's his own person. He doesn't really partner up with anybody.
No,
but I think he's just with Luthor just to help recruit other people to bring in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and the thing is though that makes it seem redundant is he would do it for the money. He would do it for the money and for the action. Yeah, so like why the hell is it like a build up? It's not a build up. Like it would have been more interesting if he was trying to recruit the Joker or something. Somebody like why the hell would you recruit that guy?
Unless you recruit him to fight the Batman.
Now that's the interesting thing. Like watching Deathstroke walk and seeing his thing flap in the back in the wind. That part right there, just like, oh.
Yeah, I like seeing Deathstroke himself, but I feel like that's all they were trying to play on was the fact that people like Deathstroke instead of it being like the overarching, like, what the hell? Like he's going for this guy as his first member of like the Anti-Justice League. Like he looked better bald for sure. Looked a lot more Lex Luthor, but he's still got this Batman versus Superman like, this isn't Lex Luthor kind of feeling. Like this isn't a Lex Luthor move kind of feeling.
I just think that it would have been better off at the end of the movie if they would have shown, okay, Luthor's away. We know that. That's great. If they would have just shown like I was going to say the wrong name. They could show Darkseid on Apocalypse standing like upset or pissed off.
Yeah.
Like with his hands crossed behind his back.
If that was the second scene, that would have been good.
Much better than this Luthor thing.
Yeah.
You could have done that after the Darkseid.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Stop focusing on the shit beyond. And I know what you're saying about they want to do something different than Marvel. Why? You're going to screw yourself. You only made $286 million.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But that's my take. What's your take on the whole movie now, sir?
Well, let's let Rick go.
Yeah, go ahead, Rick.
All right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the movie when I watched it. I watched it twice already. I saw it Thursday night. Mm-hmm. And when I watched that one, I was like, I shut my brain off, watched it, and then I was like, what were these? When I heard what Rotten Tomatoes threw at it, I was like, what are they talking about? The story is meh, but the character arc, the way they placated with each other, they worked well together. They didn't do the fucking bullshit like what Marvel did with the Avengers. They argued and then they kind of went apart and then they come back. No, they stuck as a team. They may had their conflicts, but they didn't walk away from each other. They stayed together.
Well, to be true to Marvel actually followed the comic book.
Yeah,
they did the whole deal. Where the DC guys, it's totally different. But I feel you, Rick.
Yeah, and they did that arc, and I like that. I was like, yeah, and then they worked as a team. Way better than what I've seen like with the Avengers. They didn't work as a team until they finally figured out, okay, we got to do it this way, with somebody to take over. But this one, Batman was kind of pushing it onto Wonder Woman to be the leader, which it kind of worked because he was kind of being a dick about it.
Which kind of bothered me too.
And then when talking about the cyborg part, I didn't like the fact the way they made him look. But then after watching the movie, I totally understand why he looked the way he did, because at the end, which, was straight spoilers to say that, at the end, when you kind of see him finally learning how to control himself, he made the iconic cyborg look. Finally, I was like, oh, there it is. And then I was waiting for his iconic little calling card.
Yeah.
And he said, booyah. I was like, oh, he brought it in there.
But did you like who they picked for his father?
Yeah, I like his father.
Mr. Skynet himself.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Skynet guy.
Reminiscence. Oh my God.
So yeah, he did really good in his part.
Now, did you like the winged creatures?
Oh, the parademons?
Yeah.
The parademons they did exactly what the comic books, the people would actually turn into the parademons.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah. And then the battle scene where they talked about where Steppenwolf tried to take over before, and you got to see those Easter eggs, which you saw is Zeus, but I thought that was Shazam. But you saw that there, and then you also saw the Green Lantern. Well, one of the Green Lanterns and everything. And then
you saw him die.
You saw him die. You saw the ring take off. And and also from what I heard, or hopefully we get to see this on the DVD, Blu-ray, whatever, with the extra scenes, and maybe we get to the extended version of this one and we can see what they had that they cut out that probably would have made the movie excellent.
I would love, and I don't mean to cut you off here, on DVD, if they would have that battle scene in there. Like, the way maybe a good 15, 20 minutes of that battle scene.
Yeah.
That would have been freaking amazing. I don't give a damn if it had been all CGI'd. Yeah. That would have been awesome.
If they did it all CGI, we would have seen it in the theater.
Yeah, but one of the cutscenes, which I hope they put on the Blu-ray, when I heard it was actually Batman sitting down, I think, and not in the Batcave, but somewhere, 3 or 2 lanterns show up to talk to him.
Wow.
And I forgot, it's the big...
The Sergeant?
Balrog, and I forgot the other one.
Is it Jon Stewart? Is it Kyle Rayner?
No, not them yet. It's
not the humans.
Not the humans yet.
Oh, so it's got to be Balrog, probably, oh crap, I can think of the guys that ran with him all the time. I don't know, but I'm curious now.
That was supposed to be one of the after cut scenes, was the lantern showing up to him. And I was like, why did they cut that?
Because they can't make a damn decent Green Lantern movie.
and then of course you love the homage to the comic with Flash versus Superman. It's like, oh, I love that part. The race, that was awesome. But the fight scene when Superman first came back to life, which, yes, you're right. We both kind of agreed that why did they do it with the mother box? But I was like, okay, but I was like, well, at least he's back.
Well, it's kind of like Aquaman said. He's like, dude's not right. He knew. But see, they couldn't go to the whole distance like when Superman did come back. Like, he wasn't Superman, he was not right in the head for a long time.
Yeah.
So they had to quickly go, okay, Lois Lane cured him.
So I did. I think they had scenes they cut to where it was longer, because I think he did have the black suit on.
Really?
See, I wish, yeah. There was mentions he was supposed to have the black suit on. That's what I was looking for.
And he didn't have it on. No. So I think they cut all that stuff out because, like you said, WB wanted to cut it short, which I was upset about.
The cool part is in that fight scene is when the Flash is doing his thing and Superman's just moving the eyes looking at him and Flash is like, what?
It was just that.
I love that gag. That was funny.
But is it me, or you just love it when he saw Batman and grabs him like he's about to crush his face and just says, "Do you bleed?" I was like, yes.
That was freaking. That was like.
That's where you see a mean Superman.
Batman, you about to die.
That kind of sting for me because it's a throwback to a bad movie. It's like,
but it's basically he died and that's what he's remembering, and he's like, oh, he's gonna.
You won't let me live. Yeah. You won't let me die.
I get that, but it's just, to me, like, I'm going to be straight up. Like, when I rated this movie, I already thought of ahead of time, I'm going to rate it from 1 to 10, 1 being Batman versus Superman and 10 being Wonder Woman. And so, like, even the throwback was like,
damn, you shit on Batman, Superman that bad?
Dude, that's how bad it is.
Even with the 4-hour version of it?
I don't care. It's just, it's too ruined. It's too ruined.
I give it a little bit higher. I think I've seen it like 10 times already.
I would give it the worst DC movie in the past 20 years, and Wonder Woman being maybe the best.
When I watch Batman v Superman, the only one I watch is the longer one. I can't watch the short one.
I haven't watched the short one. Whatever they play on freaking cable, I'll watch it. I mean, I like Batman Superman. I thought it could have been better. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I actually liked it.
To me, the only good thing that came out of it was that Ben Affleck proved that he can be a good Batman. To me, I honestly saw it and saw his acting skills, and I was totally biased against the man. And he proved he could be a good Batman. I was like, okay, I give him props.
My biggest problem was Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
That was my biggest problem.
Lex Luthor, and that's what ruins it completely, aside from the fact that they seem like two unstable teens that are rocking each other across, like, who's the bigger dog here? Like, what the fuck? These guys are supposed to be grown-up men, and they're supposed to be Superman and fucking Batman, which are supposed to be the most mature kind of individuals there are in DC, and here they are, like, having this, like, hey, who's got the bigger stones kind of thing, and then Luthor is, like, this, like, freaking childish, immature, like, there was a childishness to Lex Luthor, but only Superman would expose that, or occasionally like Mercy would expose that. But overall, he would always keep this mask of power, like, yes, I am Lex Luthor. I always see everything coming. He was such an egotist that you relished the moments that he showed what a child he actually was in his maturity. And in that thing, he was a dick the whole time.
Nice. We'll start shitting on this one then.
Well, anyway, but the last scene when we did see, like, even though we didn't, the way they do it and everything, but we did see Luthor there. But he got out of prison. They already frozen his assets, but he already has money. and everything. And Miguel and I, we talked about this before. He's like, well, that's Luther. He's
offshore accounts. He was already fully prepared for it.
He's a fucking genius.
He's a genius. He knew he's ahead of the game.
Yeah, he's 3 steps ahead. He's like the thinker.
Yeah. The only reason he's always able to stay ahead of Superman is just because Superman won't kill him. That's it. That's the only reason why he continues to be a problem.
Do you bleed? But anyway, give us your
So, from my perspective, and I came at this from a critical point of view from the first place. That's like, man, from the trailers, the first trailer especially just like biased me against it. And like Suicide Squad and stuff like that's like, man, DC, you're ruining it with the movies. Like, you're just fucking it up so bad. But this one, I went and saw it with my sister and with my brother. So I went and saw it with both of them, because I was like, part of it was like, hey, we get to see this as a family. This will be a cool movie. Justice League movie finally comes out. We all grew up with like the Justice League cartoon and stuff of the 90s. So it's like, hey, this will be a cool thing for us to see together. And I thought, hey, there'll be a balancing influence on me. They'll help me to be a little more just like objective about it, not like just biased against it. Because, part of me, like in some ways, I love Marvel because I was influenced by the Marvel cartoons when I was a kid too. I was influenced by Spider-Man. I was influenced by X-Men, all the animated series and stuff that would show up on Fox Kids on Saturday morning. That was the real entry point for me into
showing your comics.
Age. Yeah, I'm an old motherfucker, but
not even close.
Half an old motherfucker. I don't know. But so I knew, like, I'm going to be honest with myself. I said, like, I'm going to come to this and be like, I know what my biases are, so I'm going to try to overcome my biases and see this as a fair movie. And, as I saw it, first of all, I was impressed at the things that I thought they were going to mess it up. I thought I was going to be cringing and like, why do this to DC? Why do this to the characters I love? Like, I love Batman. I love Superman. I love these people. Why would you do this to them? Instead, it was like, okay, you know what? Hey, everything I was worried about from especially like the first trailer, no, it's not a problem. Even like the animation with Cyborg, I was actually impressed. Like, it did not look bad. There were some parts of the animation, some parts of the CG, like when it went into the Amazonian scene, it was like, oh, that was a little bit substandard. Like, there were some things I didn't catch the mustache problem that Miguel saw, but I did see a few things that were like, that was a little subpar, but I get it. It's budget. You only have so much money. It's not like Disney that can freaking throw $180 million at a movie. Not that I'm downing him for it, because like, hey, these comics are kind of worth that kind of money if you can spend it.
Dude, how awesome would it be if Disney bought DC?
Dude, that's kind of what I've been thinking. But the only, I think maybe Disney is smart enough to know not to be too big for their own britches. I feel like it would be like, DC needs to be the dark to Marvel's light as Disney has taken it over. That's what it needs to be. And I don't think Disney can do both. So I think they're probably, hopefully, smart enough to not try to be both. I feel like really DC needs to, like, the comics themselves, and I'm not talking about the recent ones, because the recent ones I kind of don't give a shit about. But if you go back to the 90s and back to the 70s, like, DC and Marvel always played off each other in really cool ways. They really took a lot of artistic, back and forth with each other. And it was really good. It was really cool. That's what they need to do with the movies. They need to be a bouncing off, one being the light to the other's dark, and they switch around and be the dark to the other one's light. It's cool. That's how they did it. Like originally, and you even saw that in some of the amalgamation universes where it's like Marvel versus DC and whatnot, when they actually, let that kind of an event happen, they would be the one side to the other. Like the DC heroes were like, at first they were like totally resistant against the Marvel heroes. Like, how could they be so, this way and that way? And then later on they're like, oh, you know what? In their world, they're not accepted. They're not loved. They're not cared about like we are. They're kind of having to do the right thing despite all the resistance. And, the shoe has always been on the other foot, back and forth between Marvel and DC, whose heroes are treated like trash and whose heroes are treated like real heroes. So it seems to me it's not a competition, to me, it's a cooperation. And I feel like DC should not be trying to be Marvel, and they shouldn't be trying to necessarily be the opposite of Marvel per se. They should just be taking the learned lessons from the other, and instead of trying to parody or copy it, they should be something original apart from it and taking the good things from it. And in this case, I feel like to a large extent, I'm going to actually come out and say, the critics are wrong. 40%, on Rotten Tomatoes, that is wrong, man. They did not deserve that low of rating. And I was coming at it with somewhat of a negative attitude, but I'm saying, man, that's not right. Now, I'm not going to agree with a 90% of the audience rating. I feel like that's amped up by emotions. That's amped up by feelings. I'm not going to give it no 9. No, but I'm going to say it deserves way better than 4. Like way better than 40%. So, as I watched the movie, especially as I left, like I had to kind of, since the only problem with seeing it for the first time the same day as reviewing it is you're caught up straight in the emotion.
Yeah.
You're caught up straight in the feeling. So I had to actually be like talking to my siblings afterwards and thinking to myself and saying, okay, minus the emotion, minus my feeling bad about it, because like now I feel like I know this person. I feel like this movie is almost a person that I don't want to say bad things about because I have a good feeling about it. I had to reduce the rating a little bit from what I initially felt coming out of the movie, but the movie itself, the things I could pick on, it's kind of like just things that you would pick on, not necessarily things that are worth throwing it in the freaking toilet over. That's what I see the critics doing. It's like, man, I question whether what they're doing isn't just political, whether what they're doing isn't just based on whoever's paying them to say something. Because this movie does not deserve a 4.0. This movie does not deserve a 40%. It deserves a higher than that. And I'll also admit that secretly, under the surface of all my biases against it, my bias for it might be that, I do like comic-based movies. I like this trend. I like this thing that's come up in pop culture. I feel like it's a good thing. And these are stories that can have so much backstory, so much depth, so much good stuff to it because of the years and years, the decades of good comics. So I do have, I want to see these things succeed. I want to see these things do well on the deeper level, whereas these critics they're also judging Oscar-worthy movies or whatever, some of which I would argue and say, hey, it's shit. I wouldn't watch it. Like, fuck that shit. But... And
also, I think, I'm going to totally agree with you, but I think also when them coming into this movie, they're just thinking of Batman v Superman, what they trashed it.
Yeah.
And everything, and they just kept that going.
And that is an interesting insight. And I also wonder, like I was talking to my sister earlier and I was like, what if Wonder Woman wasn't about Wonder Woman? What if it wasn't a woman? Would it have then not been rated very high? And they felt like because of the fact that she was a woman, they can't say anything bad about it because there was so much political hype about, hey, it's finally a female superhero movie. Which, by the way, not knocking Wonder Woman at all. Amazing movie. Like on my rating scale, like I said, 1 being Batman versus, Superman versus Batman, 10 being Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman was that good. And I want to rate it in a DC universe. I don't want to rate it as a versus all the movies that have ever been kind of universe. So, I, to a certain extent, I almost wonder, would they have downed that if it didn't give them political brownie points? It makes me question the validity of the critics because it's like, and I've never been a person that even is all that much for them, but this all the more makes me wonder, what is the real, opinions they even have? How much is it just kind of a matter of vying for credibility with not even the mainstream American, but people on higher levels and echelons of society?
All right. Leave this house. We got to walk away from him. He's going to get shot.
All right. All in all.
Well, hang on. I was going to make one comment real quick on this Wonder Woman thing. In regards to that one, that was pretty interesting. That's actually, never thought of it that way, but that's good conspiracy theory stuff there, brother. Wonder Woman, the reason why I have it so high was because Gal Gadot actually made me feel her emotions. And we talked about that. Still, in this movie, again, feel the emotions when Batman brings up Trevor. She punches his ass. But I thought Affleck did a good thing as doing his Batman thing too, you know, working his way, how he dealt with the Flash, how he dealt with Aquaman, how he dealt with Wonder Woman. So I thought he did very well. Overall, this movie does not deserve a 4, does not deserve a Golden Globe or an Oscar, so it's not a 9 or a 10. For me, because of where I rank Thor and I rank this one, I'm going to probably give it a 7, which is very good. It's above positive. It's not super great, but it's an average plus average movie for me, and I think it was good.
Yeah.
You, Sean?
That's very conservative.
What the hell are you trying to say, bro? Fine, I give it a 7.1. Shut up.
Well, I mean, because that's the thing. Like, emotionally, on the emotional level, after the movie, I have to say, as an audience, as a viewer, like, I really just enjoyed the movie. I tried to kind of do both at the same time, almost be schizophrenic, where on the one side, I'm being emotional, and how do I judge this movie? And then on the other side, but how do I coldly, you know, look at this movie from like a logical, intellectual point of view. And as an emotional person, it's like, it's an 8 because it was so enjoyable. I enjoyed it so much, and everything that I expected to be bad, it surprised me. It was actually good. The few things that were a little bit corny was like, okay, you know, that might have been budget based, or okay, they you know, they used a little bit too much time at the beginning that could have been to character development and stuff that I would have liked to see, the team building instead of just implied team building. But, you know, that's all acceptable to. So even on the intellectual, the cold side, I would still give it like a 7. So I'm giving it a combined, you know, between the two, a nice compromise at a 7.5.
Funny he said that emotionally. Emotionally, me walking out of this movie, even though I enjoyed it, I was down.
Really?
I wanted more. I wanted more.
You want a 2.5 hour movie.
I wanted more, but I wanted more Batman. I wanted more out of Batman than anything else. I love Flash. I love Wonder Woman. I love the Cyborg, and I love Aquaman's part. I just think they really cheesed Batman, and that's what actually bothered me. I didn't walk out of this movie like, yeah, no, not even close. That's huge for a guy like me being such a huge Batman dude. When I walked out of Thor, I was like, that was pretty good. That was, but I wasn't like, yeah, no. I walked out, and you guys laughed at me for this. I walked out of Civil War more like, fuck yeah. I walked out of that one like hell more. I walked out of Captain America's second movie more like, oh, I don't know if I'm getting worn down with all the comic book movies now, but not really, because Spider-Man had me like, oh, that's pretty good. I was like, that's great. But I just did not walk out super like gung-ho. I'm not even gung-ho. The biggest gung-ho for me was seeing Deathstroke.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that kind of gave me the thing. I'm waiting for Darkseid, but I tell you this, and this is honest to God truth, if I go and see that movie when Darkseid comes out, and I'm pissed, I am going to literally rip this fucker a new asshole from the bottom. Because that is one thing. If you fuck up Darkseid on me, I'm going to be super pissed.
You all going to hell. I'll drag you there myself.
And if they would just do the live action version of Justice League War, that would be amazing.
That makes Darkseid huge.
Yeah. That's fucking ridiculous. He's not, you know what I mean.
You know,
anyway,
I think there's insight into that because I think that you feel like the guys that this is kind of an underlying message with Marvel and with DC, that the guy that everybody thinks of as, oh, well, that's the underdog, you know, but really it's like, no, they're really the glue that holds together the universe. They're really the thing that's most important. Like one of the comic, lines that was the amalgamation between DC and Marvel had Batman and Captain America being the two guys that together could see what needed to be done and needed to fix things and needed to find who the real enemy was that was pitting them against each other. And you know, when you take these characters and you kind of ruin them, you know, in a way of making them like rubbing their nose in the crap kind of thing, or in the piss like a dog, you know, it leaves you feeling like, man, why did you do that? Like, you just disrespected the character. I kind of felt that a little bit too, not like to the point that it ruined the movie for me, but it was a little bit. And I'm not even a Batman worshiper. I really like Batman, but I feel like some people take it too far and like he's like a god.
Yeah, he's
period.
Bat God. But the thing is, not going all the way to saying he's Bat God, going to the point that Batman can beat every one of them. He can beat Superman. He can beat the Flash. He can beat Wonder Woman. He can beat them all.
Because he's got the long game. He'll figure it out.
He knows how to defeat every single one of them. He does. He does it. And the thing is, the contingency plan for Batman is the entire Justice League.
Yeah.
That's how badass Batman really is.
That's when you watch the cartoon Doom.
Yeah.
Justice League Doom.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Exactly. I'm just saying they didn't let Batman be fucking Batman. And that's my biggest problem.
But I think one of the things is that could have been a time constraint thing too, because if you kind of read into it, it was like he was letting himself get the shit beat out of him by Superman, because it was like he knew that this was like a sacrifice move, and he was really ready to die.
That I got that part. But the part leading up to that part is like Batman was like indecisive. Like, maybe we should, maybe not. No, dude, Batman makes the fucking decision. We're going to do this shit. Like Aquaman was like, this may be a bad decision. Batman would have said like, fuck you, we're doing it anyway.
It felt like a 50-50 to me, because half of it felt like it was, okay, this is older Batman. And I kind of dig that. Like, this is Batman saying, like, I know I'm reaching the end of what I can even do.
But older Batman gives no more fucks. Worse than when younger Batman.
True. But I mean more in the sense that he's like, I realize that I'm losing the ability to do everything myself.
Again, I'm hanging on too much to comic book Batman, and that's my problem. And in case you don't know, right now there's dark metal going on, which pretty much all these badass, you have a Batman Green Lantern, a Batman Wonder Woman, a Batman Superman, a Batman Aquaman, and a Batman Joker, who runs the entire damn thing. And this is all because Batman was being groomed by the Court of Owls and everybody. When he died, when he came back, when he battled Apocalypse, when he was on Apocalypse,
Darkseid.
Everything that's happened to Batman up until some point where he died against the Joker, some type of metal wound up being put in his body. And that's how all these bad people came back.
You guys hear a squeaking?
Yeah, I think it's Rick.
Yeah, it's me.
Why are you squeaking for?
I'm trying to slow you down.
What do you mean slow me down?
Because I haven't even got my rating in yet.
You're going to give it to me, but I'm just trying to go back to this thing real quick. Basically, don't ever cut me off again.
You're all set from you're going on with
I'll take you home, Rick.
You're all set with Justice
I'm
League.
just trying to show you how badass Batman is. He's single-handedly right now in the comics is pretty much destroying the world because he is the shit. I'm just saying. But anyway, go ahead, Rick. Give us your.
Now, my rating is, I was like you. I was going to give it an 8. I've seen it twice. Fanboying me, the way they work, is an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, it's a 7.5. But it is a go out and see it and judge it for yourself movie, because it is an excellent movie to watch and you will enjoy it.
Yeah. I agree completely.
Strong words from Rick as he points at me.
I mean,
fuck you too.
I find it funny that we all got the same rating on here, because I've been very well, yeah, but I mean it's in the same zone, 7 to 8, 7.5 for Rick, 7.5 to me, 7 from you. It's surprising that we have a similar rating. I was kind of coming at this like this might be the one movie that I'm actually agreeing with the critics on, and I come out like, no, they were harsh, man, they were wrong. And then Rick is like revising his statement to a 7.5. I mean, I think that's more of a realistic, view of the movie. Whereas some people are just going purely on their emotion. That's why it's getting a 9. I mean, realistically.
No.
But again, Rick has seen it twice. So he saw it as a fanboy, like you said, and he saw it as a more objective type person the second time around.
I had to do both, which was very high energy, because in the same day I'm having like, nope, calm down the emotions. What do I really think?
That's because you're an alcoholic.
Now, I forgot to mention this during the review discussion here. Is it me, or did the Amazon have some badass, strong ass fucking women? Did you see them holding that fucking rock wall as they were trying to trap?
Yeah, it left me thinking like, damn, did they just like go under the freaking gate? Did they just let it crush them?
Yeah, they died.
That's what I was thinking.
They were all dying.
Because, I mean, they either died to the stone wall or they died to him going through it.
Yeah,
either way.
How about I got your sister's blood on my blade.
That was nice.
You done pissed Wonder Woman.
That was a nice touch.
And you saw Wonder Woman just get pissed.
And you had to admit, the Queen got some good arrow skills.
Yeah, but
they were scared all the way to fucking Greece.
He let her live, though, so that lets her be in the future movies and stuff.
Yeah, interesting thing, though, and I mean, we all talked about these movies and how we judge them. The next big one that we're going to see that comes out, obviously, we'll probably see a lot more before then, but the next big one we know is Star Wars. And that's going to be the one where, I don't care how many times I see it, it's going to be very hard for me not to fanboy out on it and give it I'm going to have to really fight my emotions. But I can't. I don't think I'm going to be able to give it
I got to give you props. You did with this one. you're a big DC guy, and you really were stable in this one. I was almost expecting, like, is Miguel going to give it an 11?
The only downfall about Miguel to going fanboy on Star Wars, he will go big fanboy on it, but he's also bigger fanboy of Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, I love me some Daisy. No, I'm just kidding.
So yeah, I mean, it's going to be kind of harder for him.
But the other thing is that Luke is in this one, and I was always the Luke guy. I love Luke.
But you know what balances me with that is, like, I even posted on Instagram, Mark Hamill actually did not like the direction that they were going with Luke on this one. So for me, that balances that out. I mean, I love to see him back in the movie. Like, I was simultaneously like, yes, there he is in the last movie, and also like, he's finally here. Like, what the fuck?
Oh.
So, he has a huge impact on me, but...
And also, did you know that this movie coming up is going to be the longest Star Wars movie ever made?
Really?
So it's going to be, what, 3 hours?
That's two and a half hours or 2 hours, 45 minutes.
That could save it, because like we've said with these WB movies, with these DC movies, is that they didn't have enough time. Like, there are certain things that they could have filled in. Like, if they maybe...
Well, they had it.
Quickened
they
it.
Cut it.
Yeah, well, there you go.
In regards to Star Wars movie, I think it's going to be tough for a lot of people, too, because Carrie...
Yeah, this is her last movie.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, too. And growing up on these movies, and remember her in the bathing suit, and...
Now, I'll say something about... They were thinking that they were going to kill her off, but they're not... From what I heard... As rumor-wise, they're not killing Carrie Fisher off in the movie.
It looks like Kylo Ren's about to blow her ass to bits.
Remember, trailers are always cut different.
That is true. Yes. But I actually want to see more Kylo Ren tripped on this one.
No, but what they're saying is that we're going to have... They're not going to get rid of Carrie Fisher. She's not going to die, but we might see her use the Force.
Ooh,
wow.
That'd be pretty sweet.
That was really good in a lot of the novels that were off of Star Wars or the novellas, whatever, where she was, Luke would intimate like, hey, you have it too. Like, I'm not the only one. You also have inherited it.
Just wait for it. It's a trap.
Well, that is our review for Justice League, and along with a little bit of extra stuff that we have. So let's go ahead and move on to some Twitter numbers there, Miguel.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, man. Twitter, very interesting animal, I like to say. So we've gone, ladies and gentlemen, from 10,378. Are you ready for this?
Give it to us.
Well, I'll give it to you.
Oh, no. No, don't give it to us. I take it back.
11,052. That is a jump of 674.
Wow.
Damn.
Now, keep in mind, 11,052 is where we were at come Monday morning. Remember at the beginning how I cut it off for Sunday night? As of right now,
Recording on a Tuesday, by the way, guys.
Yes, I know. That's exactly. I know. I didn't, just saying. So it's technically a day. We are now sitting at 11,168.
Wow.
So we're moving up quickly,
We're getting important. Mm-hmm. It's time to start monetizing this shit. Here we go.
So we're gaining some good numbers. How's that Instagram looking?
Instagram, we're actually building, like, every time I put some posts up, I'm actually seeing like 10 or 12 followers stay that don't end up leaving. And we are seeing, likes on it. So Instagram is actually starting to mount. It seems to be a slower grower than Twitter. Like, for one thing, I can't really...
Slower grower, huh?
Slower grower. Yeah, you got to do more of the slow... Never mind. I'm not going to go there.
No, but I will say this, in regards to Instagram. Yeah, I know what you mean, how it does. It takes a little bit tougher time to grow numbers there than it does on Twitter. But the interaction amongst our fans on Instagram is pretty cool. Because you see a lot of the same ones, a lot of the same people who listen to our show were really involved, which is really cool, which is what I like. I like on Twitter, getting a lot of people who are different people interacting with me and just talking or whatever. It's been great.
This is a different dynamic. It's a lot of fun. And, it has been cool. One of the things is I got like Regrand, which is a really cool app. It lets you easily like take and repost and give credit to the people that you're reposting from. And I've got a few interesting ideas of how I'm going to turn around. Like, for one thing, Monday, I'm going to start probably making Morty Mondays. So I'm going to find funny posts related to Rick and Morty.
I also forgot to mention that.
You got to purge, Rick.
I forgot to mention, I did post a poll on Twitter.
Right.
And I don't know if Sean was able to vote on it or anything, but
I think I voted.
I know. Yeah, I believe you voted. It says, "What live action Star Wars TV series would you like
Oh wow, I missed
to
that one.
see?" And the one I had, the ones that I had listed was Old Republic, Underworld, or Tales of Mandalore.
I think I voted Old Republic.
I'd been Old Republic all the way.
As so far as everybody, as all of our fans are, Old Republic is at 83%.
Nice.
Wow. Hey.
So I mean, I even voted for Old Republic because I think that would be the better story. Even though Mandalore would be really good, but I think Old Republic would just nail it
For sure.
I'd take all
the
three.
games win it for
Give me all three.
He wants a threesome.
That's right. Give me as much Star Wars as I can take before I die.
Jabba the Hutt. You sick motherfucker.
What the hell? I just want the movies. Jesus.
I was like, all right, let's give a shout out to
Everybody. First of all, to the bastard that tried to break into our sponsor's store this morning. Was it this morning?
Dude, this morning.
The one and only Uncanny Comics.
That's right. Down on Avenue, we're going to kick your ass if you try that shit again. Yeah. Some drunk dude was like trying to get in. No shoes, no socks, no shirt. We have no service for you, sir. But yeah, he couldn't get in, and Joseph used his little 360D camera to say, "Get away from the door." He should have used that voice. He didn't. He used this, "Get away from the door." He should have used this Mordor voice. That's probably scared that fucker. "The devil says get away." But he didn't. So yeah, so big props to his alarm system, his camera system, and keeping the hobos out.
So you want to be Smeagol, and you want Joseph Kano to be
My precious
the Lord of all.
But yeah, so that,
Shout out to Joseph at Uncanny Comics.
That's
give
right.
a shout out to
Black Forest
Black
Comics,
Forest Comics,
located in Seguin, Texas. And then, of course, our other sponsor is
Diamond.
He's not sponsored yet, is he? No, he's a partner, isn't he?
Well, Virus Vodka is our partner. What is the
Virus Vodka.
Virus? Shout out to them, and then the Jersey.
Oh, Diamond Jerseys. Yeah,
Diamond
that's what
Jersey,
Sean was talking about. Yeah, thank you to Diamond Jerseys who gave us that code, which I don't know if anybody's really used it yet. It's a pretty good code to use out there. You go out there, you order a jersey, and if you put in the code, I think it was, what I tell you it was last week, guys? I said it was critical, right? Don't get me lying to you. Miguel has a big penis, I think was the code. I'm not too sure. Wasn't that it, Rick? That's what you tell me all the time, I think.
With the magnifying glass.
What the hell? The code is Sports Talk. Use it and you get 10%. The first 10 people to use it will get 25% off.
How's it spelled?
SPORTSTALK. Sports Talk.
No capitals.
No capitals. I don't think it really matters, but yeah, you get 25% off of that jersey. So if 10 people haven't used it yet, go out there and get you a jersey from Diamond Jersey. So we appreciate those people.
Prove that we exist, please.
Exactly. Thanks. Shout outs to our guys that play us on the radios, Beyond the Dawn, which has been with us forever, and they play us twice.
No fucks given.
No fucks given. Play and freaking hilarious guys.
Sling Fiends.
Brought to you by their love of spunk lube. I don't know what the hell. And of course, our English contact, the Stream Pod, out there in the UK, playing us with all the British love. Yes.
And still not hitting us despite our terrible British accents.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Apparently, somebody across the pond I was talking to on Facebook.
Across the pond.
He wanted to know about if we were going to do a review of Jail this week. And I said, yeah, it's going to be on there.
Our Welsh buddy Mike.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to you, Mike.
Shout out to always Bob over at Pumpkin Tea.
Yeah, of course. Bob is a great guy. Shout out to new friends that, thanks to Sean, we made. The pod couple, our Canadian brothers, right?
Canadian.
Yahoza, eh?
Get us some of that whiskey.
Shout out to our other buddy over there. Adrien has issues.
Oh, he got plenty of issues, my brother. Shout out to a new group that wants to join us, and we'll probably be doing a crossover with them. The Nerd Thug Radio guys. Colt Baldbridge is known as Hipster Padawan on Twitter.
Man, I'm worried. I feel like these guys are going to hurt us or something.
These guys look kind of big. We got Rick. We're okay.
I want to say I apologize because I know there's some other podcasts that want us to cross over. Once we get some time and we can get hold of we'll get hold of you. I'll let you know when we can.
There's a lot of things we're trying to do. Yeah, obviously. I mean, please don't think that we're trying to ignore you guys. We are not that kind of anal people.
No, we got some time restraints. There's things that we have to work through.
We want to get everybody on. The office is not very big. We have 4 mics, and we'll bring anybody who wants to come in here. Like I said, these dudes, the Conroe guys, they're willing to drive here.
Wow, cool
For
guys.
freaking Conroe.
We got to get him here.
So, yeah. And then, of course, we still got to get our boy, we got to get our boy Ish in here. I'm going to send out a special condolences to him. He lost his father.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
He's on his way to Louisiana. Boy, we got you back here, brother. Again, I'm sorry to hear loss of your father. That's tough. If you need anything, reach out to me, reach out to the guys. We'll do whatever we can to help you out. We wish we could be there for you. Obviously we can't make the trip, but, God bless you and your family and prayers. Along the lines, like I said, we gave a shout out earlier to, our trailer talk. We gave it out to a guy who wants to come on our show, and, I don't know how we feel about this. I don't know if we really want to be bonded up, but, again, my BDSM supply. I mean, that shit is hilarious.
Who wants to admit that they're into the...
Dude, I don't even know how that would work. I'm afraid. I don't like being tied up. I don't want nobody whooping me with a 9 tails or putting a gag ball or whatever in my mouth.
If we're truthfully speaking, I don't like pain that much.
I mean, I'm curious. He wants to come on the show, so he probably have to do Skype with us. Because I think he's out in, I don't even know where he's at. He's somewhere in the States. He won't even tell me where he's from. But still, so we got great people. Guys that just want to come on the show. I mean, we got movie stars that want to come on our show and got actors and radio personalities and stuff like that. It's just a long line. And like Rick said, we're not trying to blow anybody off at all. We are going to work it out. We're going to figure this crap out. I'm going to get down and, and get all these times. I mean, we got the Well podcast. We got Ben James. We got Peter Romulus who wants to come on. By the way, speaking of people, hey, what about Ashley's stuff? You got our stuff mailed out to her? Ashley, Miss Harris, the winner of our,
I'll be getting it out tomorrow.
Okay. Just so you know, Ash, Rick got frauded. Somebody tried to steal his shit, so he had to wait, before he get everything said and done. And Rick is putting this out of his own pocket, which again, the guys here will eventually take care of Rick. So he's coming out of his own pocket to get it to you. So he apologizes for everything going on. Bad people in the world always trying to steal your damn identity. Why they want to take Rick's? I don't know. But, I'm just saying. Again, a shout out to our other show, Time Out Entertainment. As you know, our boy Matt Davison's there out from Dallas. The new show coming out eventually will be myself and him, joined by Rick and Sean, whoever wants to come in, and of course Kyle. We'll be talking sports and all kinds of crazy stuff and going on to YouTube, which will be coming out January 2018. What do you got to say, Rick?
I have nothing else to say.
Wow, that's the first time he's quiet. I know. We actually had people that want to tell us that what did they need to do to join up with us.
Really?
Yeah, we had some people that even want to join up with Time Out. Like, what does it take for me to become part of Time Out Entertainment? Or what does it take to be part of critical thinking?
Man, that's like a hard question to me.
It's like people have actually are starting to approach us like they want to start a network with us or something. I don't know what.
Well, who knows how the future goes? If we do go ahead and start a network and everything, we'll go ahead and set up a page on the website so we can start looking at what we can do.
What is that website anyway there, Sean?
criticalthinkingpodcast.com.
Nice.
On the peak.
Other than that,
I wish.
Nice.
Other than that, that is our show. That's our show for this week, gentlemen.
And with the bald eagle not here.
Well, as you heard, he was in the shower.
You sure that was him? Because the water ran for a long time, and he doesn't seem like a
long
Now
shower
you guys
time.
are just sounding like creepers. Come on.
We can hear the freaking water running. That's not the toilet. Not the toilet.
They're not going to be able to hear it when I'm done editing.
I'm saying we hear it. I don't think he's a soaker. I don't think he's a sit under the shower type of guy.
Just shut up. Worse.
He's in there with his lava, scratching off that old skin.
Oh no!
We all know he has a freaking scrunchie. And
He's a changeling. What the fuck?
He's got a scrunchie in there with his dial. Gotta wash it off nice. This is what I'm getting. Hey, don't cut me off. This is paybacks for the shit he gave me at the beginning of the show.
Hey, he gave me a lot of shit. You know what? Go ahead.
That's what I'm talking about. Give me some of that whiskey and I can talk all night. But anyway, guys, Rick is going to finish us off. I just want to say I love you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tweeting with me. Thanks for interacting with me and whatever. I don't care. You can insult me. You can make jokes. We can talk about whatever. I love talking on Twitter. Obviously, they say I have a problem.
Y'all are awesome.
We out. Hey guys, you can connect with us on iTunes
At Critical Thinking Podcast.
and Twitter
At critic_thinking.
and also on Facebook and Instagram.
At Critical Thinking Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, Critical Thinking is on Beyond the Dawn Radio, which is known for playing the best indie radio music around the world.
On Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Central Time.
And if you like the show, please 5-star the episode and tell your friends. So thank you for joining us, thinking shit through one podcast at a time.